Holy frijoles.
That one's breaking my monitor squelch.
10-4 Roger.
Sounds kind of penny-ish.
Sounds kind of what?
Chuck say penny?
No, it's not a penny radio.
Darn.
Much older. The video gate is running.
Cool.
I thought you might like that. This thing sound all right? Not too loud?
Well, you're my neighbor. It's gonna sound loud. Sounds okay. Let it rip.
Oh, it seems to be maybe it's on the loud side. I just don't want to make sure it's not over loud. It's working.
We gotta put on the penny, so I brought out my 6247 Jacques Say Penet AM sidebander.
I'll run my penny on the second hour. Right now I want to run this one, and we'll let it ride for a few minutes.
Do it.
It's a 4-knob radio. Glowing glass. But only 6 channels.
Oh, I'll have to keep up the pace.
Nope, it's not a pace.
Sir, pace, sir?
Nope, the Pacer actually has 8 channels. This one only has 6.
It's got some cojones in the audio department, that's for sure.
I know, and it's got one stinking hot receiver too, amazingly enough. Chrome body. I think you said you had one of these, but I don't know if yours works or not.
Oh yeah, the Tick 2.
That's the one.
Town and country. Town and country, town in country.
Well, that looks like an ampersand to me, so I guess it's town and country.
So you can use it in the town or the country.
Also, or 2. Thing does seem to have some audio, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, what's it doing? Like, you know, 3 to 6 or something?
I don't know what it's doing barefoot. Hang on. Change my scale. One and a half to 6.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. I don't, let me see what this one's doing.
1.5 to 6 watts.
J.C. Penney, let's see here. 2.5, we'll call it. Oh man, 11.
Yeah, I'll run my my Jacques penny on the second hour, but I wanted to lead off with this one since I got it squared away.
Yeah, 10-4. That was on the peak scale, by the way.
That was on my PDC 600, so you know.
Yeah, happy watts.
But with the box on, man, it's like I'm keying 80. Keying 80 and swinging to 900.
Wow, man. Like, wow.
Yeah, I'm one of them swing it guys.
Oh no.
Super swinger much.
It's down in town. I'll be back. Swinging, yeah.
It ain't no thing if it ain't got that swing.
Is that J.C. Penney thing?
No, it is not.
What's that one?
Utica T&C II.
Wow, he's loud. You're much open.
It is. It is loud, and it's got a stinking hot receiver. I'm amazed by this radio. It's doing better than expected and/or it looks.
Well, at least it's working. 10 ain't straight, as they would say. Where are we? Why am I got backward swing here? Good grief.
Trust me, I got enough forward swing for the both of us. Oh yeah. But the only fly in the ointment is I don't have a 13 crystal that's on frequency for it that works with it. So I got to use this VFO, and I have to keep turning it on to send and standby to transmit or receive. So that's the only fly in the ointment.
Okay, that's part of the problem too. You were kind of harsh around the edges. It's because you're a little off frequency. Turn the clarifier on the left, and now you sound good.
Well, it's still warming up, so I may need to re-zero beat.
As opposed to 0 to 5.
That should be close again.
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I just got to hit send and well, I got to tune in the receiver first and then tune in the transmit, kind of spot myself.
You went worse. You got further and further.
I don't know. Seems like I'm zero beated. It is touchy though.
Yeah, you got a little closer, but you're still off. You're low. Low, as they say. How low can you get?
Well, go ahead and just key up a minute and let me zero beat to you.
J.C. Penney, 6247 AM sidewinder. Keeping with the cool room and the twos, I'm on the D201.
All right, I should be closer now.
Yeah, now you're good.
Yeah, I have to be very careful in zero beating.
That's what happens when 0-5 gets in a fight. He gets zero beaten.
And I need to do it while somebody's transmitting, not just on my own receive.
Oh, so you can hedge her down against their signal.
I get closer that way.
Well, this one's dead nuts on.
Well, I think I am now. I guess I could put my frequency counter on it, but that's like cheating. I'd rather just zero beat. That's very old school.
Yeah, buddy. There's some other people out there on the roundup.
This thing's also got a very, very nice tube type radio, fade in, fade out type squelch action.
That's what tube radios have, man.
This radio's got great audio on the receiver. Man, you sound like $1 million on that tram.
Well, that's because I'm on a tram, man, you know. It's, no messing around with that.
That sounds really good. And it's only a 3-inch CB radio speaker, too.
Last week it was Browning, this week it's tram.
I'm using a made in America. In fact, Utica, New York. Utica. Ah. I wonder if there's a spare contact on that relay I could use to key up this VFO.
There might be.
It's got a funky relay in it like I never saw before. The thing is round and like got a bazillion contacts on it.
What is it? They're not in the socket, they're kind of wired in.
Yeah, it's wired in, but it's round. At first, I didn't know what the hell it was. I'm like, what am I looking at here? Oh, that's the relay. It's not, you know, most of them are square of some sort, you know?
I'll never put a square relay in a round hole. That's what she said. That's right.
I got another nice surprise for you. Since you're sounding so choice on that tram, you might like to know that the video gate is rolling.
Oh, you got a new tablet?
No, I just fixed my old one.
How'd you do that?
I blew it out and started over.
Oh, you should have done that 2 years ago.
It hasn't been that long.
It's been at least a year.
Has it been a year? I don't know. I have to go and look and see when the last gate was.
Well, here we are once again. Classic Radio Roundup on 27.115. Oh, your AM dial.
That's right. Where you tubes or where you have fun with tubes and any other ancillary classic CB radio equipment.
I got my radio cat is here, calling the heck out of me.
I can hear Radio Cat very clearly on this Utica T&C II.
As soon as I stop petting the cat, it starts pawing me with its claws, and it gets stuck in my shirt.
Save one hand for the cat.
Yeah, the only problem is I'm keying the mic with the same hand, you know. The mic's on the right side of me tonight here. Let the cat key the mic. Well, I gotta throw my beam up a little bit more to the north because Blue Max might be in there. Yeah, he might. Oh, there he is.
Hello, Blue Max, countywide radio. Oh, man!
Fire, how you doing, man? I tell you what, it's been a long, long time.
Yeah, I think since Quarter Wave Dave's funeral there. Top of the evening to you there on a classic radio roundup, Blue Max. Spitfire 441 on this glowing glass Utica.
I hear the glass. I hear the glass.
Tonal wise, does this thing sound alright?
Yep.
It's not too bright.
Sounds just like you. I would actually think it's you. It sounds like a 1970s CB radio, man. It's got that kind of tone quality.
It's in all them glowing glass tubes.
Yeah, that's right.
I would have never thought that this radio would be as good a performer as it is. Certainly not by looking at it, and it wasn't a trash can.
And you're starting to slip low in frequency again.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen till a little while yet. I'm going to need you to key up so I can zero beat on you again.
Alright, well, let me make sure I'm on frequency. There we go.
I might have to do that again because as I took my hand off, I bumped it.
You're close. Doesn't sound bad. So I wouldn't worry about it for the time being.
Alright, well I'm sure you'll let me know when I start sliding away again.
Of that you can have no doubt.
I like this radio, especially considering the price.
Well, you know, if it's free, it's for me. Well, you know, I ascribe to that theory. I just want to know why not backswinging. I don't know. It just seems to be weird anymore.
For the price I paid for this radio, I can overlook the fact that it's not cosmetically train approved.
You'll never see it. Well, that's the thing, you know. It's like that Tram Titan II-A I have. You know, I got it for a really good price from Tim, you know, however many years ago that was. And, you know, I've always wanted one of those. But I'm a little disappointed in it only because it's not cosmetically, you know, great. Some wackadoodle took a wood burner to it and drew squiggly lines all over the case and, you know, punched a whole bunch of holes in it, I guess, for cooling purposes, and destroyed the cosmetics of it in the process. But it'd really be nice to get one in much better shape, though.
Yeah, well, this one, it's not beat up. It's just dirty, and I did clean it up quite a bit, but it's still not completely. I need to clean it up some more. But I think there's only so far I'm going to be able to get with that. And then the chrome case of it would have been really, really nice, but it's got rust pits all over. So, you know, I can't complain a whole lot.
What I hear was you roll up some aluminum foil and you can rub it all over the chrome like that, and it takes some of those pits out.
Well, I was using U.S. Navy approved Never Dull on it, and that helped it a long ways. And I took the knobs off and did the same thing with the knobs, and that cleaned them up better. But I think I'm gonna have to throw the knobs in a cup of Coca-Cola or something and let them sit for a little while, and that might bring them up better. And then scrub this face again around the knob areas. But I think it'll clean up decent enough, but it'll never be train approved.
Steel wool. Don't you guys buy duplicates of everything? One for the guts and one for the outside so that it looks good and works good? Yes, it would be optimal.
Yeah, but that's not always possible. Considering I didn't purchase this one in the first place, it was a freebie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to have something like that, but you know, you're a victim of your circumstances. You ain't nothing I can do.
Hey, I trash picked it.
All the better if you got half of it for free, then spend some money and buy a beautiful case.
If I spend any money on any radio equipment right now, you're going to be reading my obituary.
I see you got rid of the 250 TH amp, speaking of that.
Guy's coming to pick it up Friday.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. You advertise it there, and chances are people will be... It's probably better than eBay.
But you know, I did have a giveaway price on it. You have to agree there. It's not like I was trying to get really what it's worth.
Yeah, well, you pretty much got rid of it for the price of the tubes.
And that was basically the ultimate goal. The wife gave me the ultimatum. And I'm not in disagreement, considering my circumstances, as you know. That if it comes home again after 3 sales, that you're going to have to scrap it. And I'm like, that'd be criminal if I scrap it. Let me try something else first. Because, you know, I told her, I said, at a minimum, the tubes are worth $100 a piece. And I can get that. So let me just see if I can get rid of the thing whole. And then I won't have to commit a crime and scrapping the rest of it.
I don't understand the logic there. I mean, if you can't sell something that's otherwise working, why would you scrap it?
Because nobody was buying it whole, and I know I could sell the tubes themselves.
Ah, yes. The sum of the parts is worth more than the whole.
And I would rather just get rid of it whole than in parts, even if it means taking a loss. Turns out it's a ham bone from New York buying it. We got to talking back and forth for a while. He's a big AM guy, so he's going to be happy with it. I said, oh yeah, that's mostly where I use the thing. 10 meters AM and 40 meters AM.
Breaker. Is he interested in a Parker and Williamson?
I'm going to broach that subject when he gets here, or maybe a multi-LMAC or two.
I think I heard a breaker.
Go, Breaker, it's your turn.
Good evening, gentlemen. 3 Mr. K. How y'all doing this evening? Hello, Mr. K. Not there.
Hello, Mr. K, from your Spitfire 441 countywide radio.
How we say, Spitfire? How's the evening going?
Ah, it's a good evening. My radio's working, and I haven't electrocuted or myself or set any sparks out.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
Unlike the last time I used this radio. Dave was there, and I think Sparky was there for a portion of it the last time I used this radio. It was like the 4th of July.
We weren't there to see it. The shame you weren't running the video game. What did you do, Spitfire? Have a little bit of spark?
Yeah, there was some shorts in my system.
It's zorched. Oh, okay.
But I unzorched it.
There you go. That's the way you do it, right?
Yeah, this radio's older than I am.
I got some old ones, but I don't use them.
Well, I'm using this one, and I'm pretty certain it's older than I am.
Yeah. That sounds good up here on my end. I'm gonna put my radio in the early 80s, maybe.
Antique flea market junk, and I ain't gonna do nothing.
Scrap. Yeah. Jake's flea market scrap. Oh, I think my Robin's 78. That was a good year.
I think this thing's from like 1961 or 62.
Oh, that's definitely before my time. Might be a little later than that, because that was a Town and Country 2. I think the Town and Country was like 61. That one might be 62 or 63.
Okay, I could go along with that, but it is in Sam's number 4.
Yeah, early vintage. I remember the guy had like a fedora hat.
I like on the front of it, it's got a guy wearing a tie and a jacket with a platter holding the Utica.
Yeah, that's it. Does he have a fedora hat on or no hat?
No, he's got a Caesar hairdo though. You know, just a ring around and a bald head.
You know, target marketing. Yeah, because everybody knows we wear suits and ties when we operate our radios. I've got my tuxedo on. Hey, what's going on? Wake up, Ron. How's this sound? I don't know. Try it again. Let me turn the volume up. You got that right. It's working.
Sounding good over here, operator Ron.
Yeah, I tried this Optimum radio with it, man. I can't get it. Other than that, it sounds good, but I don't know. What radio is it? You got that other IMAX up? Yeah. Would you say it was an Optima? Yeah. Optima. Optimus Prime. It's an MK2. A Mark II. Like a Browning. Yeah. It's like a 257 or whatever.
Mine's a T&C II.
It's just not doing what I wanted to do. And this one's whacked out. I gotta figure something out. Well, if it receives and transmits, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it's not tinny or anything, Ron. It just, you know, like, in the middle. Oh, I took it out of line. This is the CRE. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that made a difference. Yeah, just, I don't know. Let's see what we do.
And And as a public service announcement, you can check out how you sound on YouTube once again in the near future when I upload the video gate.
Yeah. I think a lot of people will be happy to see those back again.
When I quit doing it, I was getting hate mail.
Yeah, man. You know, people want they want their video gates, you know.
I didn't realize the importance placed upon video gates.
I almost had spew radio working again. And it was, you know, and then the driver I put in it crapped out or something. There's something weird going on.
There was people at the Hamfest crying to me about no video, no spew radio.
Who's crying about it?
There was a few people crying about it. Hey, what's with the spew radio? Oh, we all missed the spew radio. That comment came up more than once.
Yeah, I started it, goddammit. No, I did. I started the argument because we were talking about being out of town. I was Tickle, and he was in there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm out driving. I don't get in much anymore." And you know, we used to listen to spew radio when I was out of town. I'd turn it on, so maybe you can turn it back on.
That's who it was. It was Tickle who started that.
Aha. Tickle me elbow. Hey, what's the background noise?
My background noise?
Yeah, sir.
Probably my fans for my amp.
Okay. I mean, that mic is really picking up a lot of stuff that I don't normally hear.
Do I need to turn my mic gain down, you think?
Your voice sounds great, so I can live with the background. I don't care.
I just like that big CB radio sound you get out of a D104.
That's exactly what you got going on there. Therefore with that.
Trying to emulate the way Sandbagger used to sound when I first met him. Dude, I remember you specifically because you always had consistently the best sounding CB radio station back in the day.
That was probably my Navajo 458.
I should have never got rid of that radio.
I know guys sell one of them. Either that or, you know what, it could have been my Yaesu 757. I think I was running that by that point.
You kind of sound like you sound now out of this T&C.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a tram, man. Can't say much about it, nothing bad. I can turn the tone control down a little bit and make it a little bassier, but hey, it's a tram. Or I can turn it up and make it a little bit brighter. Oh, then it squeals. Don't want that. Oh, Hatfield.
Yeah, Hatfielding. Oh no. No, it sounds better, not all the way bassy. But yeah, it's got that big room, big CB radio sound. Yes, it does. Full bodied.
I wish I had a big radio. You sound good on everything you own. That's what's really annoying to everybody. Well, that shouldn't be annoying. That's consistency. Yeah, but it's annoying. The rest don't have it. I strive for consistency. Even if it's consistently bad. Ah, there you go. See, I knew I could come through on something. I used to piss off 44.
Yeah, I think this one might get him upset.
Why, because it's too loud?
Uh-huh.
That cameraman was the one that didn't like too loud, if I remember right.
Quarter Wave David tell you when you were too loud.
Yeah, we miss him. Hey, we're thinking about him, you know? That's what really keep that up. Well, you know, we always immortalize our former friends there that were among us, like Snowman, and old 05, Quarter Wave Dave, you know. Yeah, and I don't know as many of them as you guys do. Obviously, even Grumpy was one.
Snowman was funny to listen to when in his younger years when he would get into a fight with somebody. I just sit back and listen to him.
I still got some audio recordings, and he's in there, so I can hear his voice every now and then when I want to.
If you think about it, throw a little blurb of it up there. I probably got in a little too late to hear him.
Hey, I gotta get a quick shout in. Ron, do you hear me? How about it, Ron? Blue Max at you.
Operator, you gotta shout.
Spend some money.
You can't afford it.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
You gotta go to the big boy shop. Blue Max at you. I guess not. Okay. I just wanted to let him know that he's down more up here than I've heard him in a long time. Ron's been kicking butt since he put that new antenna up. His signal's grown quite a bit. Yeah, he just may not have a better shot at me. I don't know. All right, well, listen, guys, I hate to do this, but it's been 11 hours a day for the last 3 days. I wanted to make sure that I got in here and said hi, but I'm out of here. 73, catch you later. Yeah, I know. Every party needs a pooper. Guess what? Tag your in.
See you later there, Blue Max. Good running into you tonight. Countywide radio.
I pooped before it came to the party. Number 2.
He's got the run.
Catch you later, Blue Max.
Yes. And, yeah, I will throw this parting bit of wisdom at you before you leave. Always look out for number 1, and try not to step in any number 2. Yeah, if it smells like it, looks like it, don't taste it.
Who does number 2 work for?
Number 1. I guess it's time to move the antenna back.
Yeah, I got to look into getting him a good amplimic fire.
Who?
Mr. Max, so he can take it to the max.
Oh, yes. Or at least just go to the pump house. Huh. Which is weird. No, my antenna's SWR is a lot better now. Maybe because the leaves are falling off the trees.
Oh, man, don't remind me. I got to blow the leaves again.
I got a little piece of a branch stuck in my gamma match now. I wish the heck it would fall out of there, but it doesn't seem to want to.
I think I'm hearing some skip.
I mean, there's some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it.
If you were on 15 meters today, you could have worked Ducey Island down in the South Pacific. They were booming in here today.
Yeah, Port of Mexicuba was coming in on channel 5 today. Crazy loud, like heterodyne and everything else, and every other channel was silent. Kind of weird.
Atmospheric undulations.
I heard some skip in there on all the channels earlier today.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hey, Monkey Man, are you there still?
Yeah.
Did something happen to Marky Mark?
Not that I'm aware of. Like happened, like dead happened.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Not that I heard.
Okay, because your brother down there in Chester County made a comment one night about the neighbor being dead. I'm like, whoa.
Oh. Well, I talked to him not too long ago. He didn't say nothing about it. That I did not hear that. I knew he was, apparently he's down here in Pee-Pee Town somewhere living, but I haven't heard from him, seen him, or got word that he was dead.
Okay, so maybe old Brucey was just yanking chain a little bit there. Okay, that's a shocker. Anytime somebody crosses over that bridge there, yeah.
Well, since he's not dead, does that mean we can keep talking about him?
Well, listen, I cannot confirm nor deny that he's dead. Well, I guess you can keep talking about him.
Yeah, well, if he's dead, we gotta stop talking about him, so I guess if he's still alive, we're okay.
I don't know if he's dead. I don't think he would mind.
If he's dead, he's probably listening anyway.
And if he's dead, it'd be one more Democratic voter.
If he's dead, he might key up. If he's dead, you stop talking about it.
I'm just afraid I just want to be lectured. I'm not putting any flowers on the poor bastard's grave.
Evening, fellas.
Hello, Ranger.
Yeah?
What you think of my glitter stripper mic?
It's a stripper mic.
Yeah, there's all kinds of glitter on this thing, Sparky.
Must have belonged to a girl.
It was in a box with like some birthday cards or something. Had some glitter on there, I guess. I don't know. What that was in the dust. I didn't wipe the dust off to see if there was glitter under it.
Oh no, there was some red glitter on it. It wasn't pretty to look at, but we had to get rid of it.
Oh, you took the dust off and now it's not gonna work.
Oh, that bad boy shined up and working good. Come on.
Good. The paint's all 10-8 and straight.
Yeah, it's clean.
There you go. Surplus to my needs.
Ranger Rick got the 50-cent tour of the radio room tonight.
Who?
Ranger Rick. Hey, Ranger Rick, what do you think of this old radio here? This is the one with the VFO on top that was sitting on the end of the table.
That was a nice radio. I just couldn't focus on one thing, but you know, I did focus on quite a few things. I like the one with the VFO on it.
Yeah, this is the one with the VFO on top.
It seems to be settling down, too. It's holding frequency, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that only took a half an hour. I just checked my zero beat and it seems like it's done moving.
Well, you're on there. You're like a Centronics 1011,
Yeah, just give it a half an hour, 40 minutes, and you'll settle down.
I saw one of them at the Hamfest.
Oh, you give me one of them.
Remember up at the Renegers Old Radio Fest, there was a guy with like 10 of them? That was crazy.
Yeah, yep.
10 of them for $100.
Yeah.
Well, that I would have done, because I could probably sell all of them for $100 a piece.
And there's some people that love those things. I'm like, ew, I don't want one.
I had one. I was not impressed.
Skeeter had one at one time, was working. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, you can kind of get them to sound they're a little flat sounding. If you don't want boomy, loud CB audio, you're probably okay. But, you know, as soon as you try to push it, it mushes out. And, you know, it's a sideband radio. It's pretty much, you know, it works okay on sideband. Kind of like the CPI, it was the same kind of thing, you know. It sounds okay on the hand, but it doesn't have any real punch.
Did you get anything else up there, Ranger?
Nah, you know what? I was looking around. I didn't really see too much. I mean, nothing really that I was interested in.
Yeah, the normal 11-meter guy wasn't there.
Yeah, nothing good to be had.
There was a guy with a Collins amp, 31 or something they're called.
30L1?
Yeah.
That's the old 05 amp. I got one of them sitting on a bench here.
I had CB radios for sale and didn't sell any of them.
Yeah, too much.
Oh, yeah? You sold something to make it worth your while.
Yeah, I did, but I'm not giving any of these classic radios away neither.
No, you don't give them away.
You did have the best collection of classic radios there, though.
I know that without even looking around.
Well, I guess there's a reason why they call it a ham fest and not a CV fest.
I did sell a B&W sideband generator.
Yeah, which makes the B&W maybe worth slightly less, but hey, at least you got money for it.
I really wasn't using it on sideband anyway. I did a few times, but you know, it was more for using on AM.
Yeah, that sideband generator is a hot commodity, but you know, among the B&W collectors, because there's not a lot of them floating around.
And that one was in pretty good shape too.
Yeah, it always helps.
Nobody wanted to buy my Tram Titan, but they all wanted to buy the Turner Plus 2 that it was attached to. And then they were like, well, how much for this bike? And I tell them the price. And they, what? Well, the radio goes with it.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody wanted to spend, you know, large coin on the big radio when they wanted to hopefully spend smaller coin on just a microphone.
Yeah, but, you know, apparently you can ask pretty good money for them Plus 2s also.
Yeah, I've seen some ridiculous eBay prices out there. You know, $50 and stuff. I'm like, what?
Did I hear the original operator out there? Motor puppy.
If he is out there, we should hear him pretty well, because didn't he move up this way now?
Yeah, but he's always down, you know, down Norristown way. Sometimes he commutes back, and then as he gets closer, he starts booming in again.
Oh, we shall see. Thought I heard him poke in there.
Yeah, none of the CB radios I was selling was $20 CB radios, and that's all people seem to want to pay for a CB no matter what it is. I'm like, sorry, no $20 CB radios in this table.
I paid $7 for an Icon dual bander HT.
That's pretty much what I'm looking for. Because that's all they ever were worth until eBay came along.
Yeah, but, you know, all your garden variety mobiles and stuff are $20, not a Tram Titan or a Regency Imperial or a Sonar or the Shakespeare 740. None of them are $20 radios.
No, they're probably a little more than that, but you know, trams are highly collectible. The Regency Imperial is pretty much too, so yeah, and so is the Sonar. But I mean, I can remember going to Hamfest back in the 90s, probably the last time I was at one, and the guys would have, you know, 23-channel sideband bases sitting on their tables, you know, they couldn't give them away, you know, $5, $10. You know, nobody wanted them then. That was before people started going nostalgic and started collecting.
And my wife has been to more Hamfests in the last 20 years than you have.
Well, I ain't saying much. I haven't been to one in 20 years.
She's got you beat by more than one.
That's okay. Ours way past her hand test. That was a total shock.
Is that who that was? I saw that post and comment, but I didn't know that was his wife. Because she ain't got the same last name, or maybe I don't know what his last name is. One or the other.
Right, yeah, she uses her maiden name for reasons only she knows.
Okay, I wasn't, I obviously it was somebody you knew, but I didn't know who it was or what the association was.
I didn't even know she was interested in taking it, you know. She really didn't show much interest in radio, you know, other than passing comments here and there. But, yeah.
You guys giving out candy this year?
Yeah, my wife got her ham ticket back in the late 90s, I think. 96 or 97, I think, when she got hers.
Hello there, Slam and Shannon.
Hello there, guys. Hello to everyone. I don't my radio sound as good as everybody else's. I don't know what's going on. You guys calling in this crystal clear.
I hear you, Slam and Sam.
Yeah, you're smoking down my way. But, you know, we're not that awful far apart, I guess.
Somebody else is talking out there in the distance and making it tough for me to hear Slam and Sam because it's heterodyne. And
I've been over the Red Truckers. That's who I thought was operator.
Yeah, there must be, the air must be good tonight because, I don't know, everybody's coming in crystal clear up this way.
Well, Pete's got that. Yeah, there's two radios, man. Pete's got his tube radio smoking along, and I threw my D201 up on the bench here. And, you know, you just can't beat the audio out of these tube radios.
Yeah, J.C. Penney technology.
Yeah, this tram's like a space heater. You know, this room's gonna be cooking soon.
I got into a conversation with somebody on CB Radio Show and Tell, and he asked me what my oldest radio was and my rarest radio was. And I told him what was the oldest was probably this Utica, and the rarest was probably my Demco. And he comes back, I never heard of either one of them.
There you go.
Yeah, I went back to low antenna.
Why do that? Stay on the high one.
Yeah, why would you do that?
The other radios on that antenna.
But you're only using that one you're on.
Yeah, I use this for my local, and then the other two radios are on that antenna. This was not quite tuned for the 10 meters, you know, the top one. But this one here is like right on. Throws it out of whack too much.
Yeah, we all know we don't want to be whacked.
Yep.
That's why tube radios are good, man. You just tune into the load.
That's true. High networks.
Helps give you some heat in winter.
Sure does keep the feet warm.
Yeah, this Utica gets kind of warm.
Yeah. They all do. That's the other byproduct of a tube radio. I know back in the 70s, I was never cold in my room with that Comstat going all the time and the 6706 amplifier. It was always a source of heat coming off the bench.
Now, does that use more electricity?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, this thing uses more electricity sitting here on receive than any of my solid state radios do on transmit.
You gotta keep them cylinders hot. That draw a lot of juice.
Power plant.
Look what you did, Monkey Man.
Look what I did.
Look what you did.
Yeah, it's extra warm down here. It would be Shamrock approved. Got the wood stove burning and the glowing glass tubes lit.
I'm still sweating.
It's perfect up here. Not hot, not cold.
I got the meat sweats.
I got 79 degrees Fahrenheit in the radio room, sitting here in my shorts.
That's not Shamrock approved. You have to be 90.
Yeah, true enough. He'd have to have a coat on. guess I'm pretty well done drifting, ain't I? Because I'm not tuning my receiver either.
Well, you seem to be pretty settled in.
The VFO is a Lafayette VFO.
All right, they sold them the set and they're laughing yet.
Model 99-2536. Like that means anything. Oh yeah, yeah, I got a fan going in the background. Got to keep the electrons cool.
You keep the pixies happy.
Well, it's the D104 plus a hot audio amp tube radio. Oh yeah, there's plenty of audio out of this thing. There's no doubt about it. I can see it on my meter. And the receiver on this radio is equally hot. Very impressive.
That's amazing, because that radio is more like the Metro Tech than like a Tram or a Browning.
Well, they did something right.
It's got a little tiny bit of ping on the key up.
That's that funky relay.
Yeah, I don't know if that ping is mechanically or induced or what. Might have something to do with using this VFO. I'm not sure.
You gotta manually flip that on and off, don't you?
Oh yeah, you'll get to see it in the video gate. Every time I key up and unkey, I gotta reach over and hit send and standby. I'll go look for spare contacts in that relay and see if I can trigger this thing with that.
Wasn't that how they were in the 50s? Like the CB radios had a lever on the front of them?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a Lafayette like that, and the Heathkit CB1 lunchbox had a little flip lever on the front like that. You flip it down and it had a spring on it. It would spring back to receive, or you flipped it up and it would lock on transmit.
Yeah, what was the other one? Vodka line or something like that?
A vocal line.
Yeah, that might have had it like that too, yeah.
I had one of them at one point. I had the CB version and a UHF class. What class was that? Class A, wasn't it? Class A Citizens Band radio service when it was on UHF?
Yep, Class A or Class B.
Yep, I had a pair of those.
Now it's currently known as GMRS.
Rubbish.
And that thing had some kind of funky, it wasn't crystal controlled, I don't remember. It was some kind of tune circuit thing or other, and it was drifty as all get out. I can't remember the specifics of it, but it wasn't crystal controlled. It had some kind of weird oscillator. I'm trying to remember what it was. It escapes me at the moment.
Yeah, just your typical LC circuit.
Yeah, it wasn't very stable for UHF at the time.
Yeah, but the front end was as wide as a barn door, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, you want them back?
No.
$1958. 1958, that's when the CB band became legal.
1958.
Yep.
That's the year we stole it from the hams. They resent it ever since.
Yeah. Those are old enough to remember it anyway. Right. was designed to be used as a base to mobile service. So, but most of them were assigned as base stations, and there were tube. And if you wanted to run it in the car, you had to have some sort of, 12 volt, whatever converter in there, to boost the voltage up.
Well, they use them vibrators like the Metrotech. The Metrotech is a tube radio meant to be base or mobile. You can plug it in the wall or rewire the plug for 12 volts. But it had the vibrator to make the high voltage.
Well, the vibrator just made the DC into something that resembled AC, so that you could transform it up. The transformer actually made the high voltage.
Well, I know it had something to do with making the high voltage.
It's just another primary winding on the transformer. That's 12 volt AC and juiced it up.
Now in Japan, 11 meters stayed a ham band for quite a while. That's why you'll see the early FT101Bs had 11 meters in there.
The FT101s had 11 meters in there to the late version of the FT101E.
Barker and Williamson, that was made in '52, had 11 meters in it as a ham band.
I don't think 11 meters was legal in Japan, even in the 70s. I don't understand why there was 11 meters in the Azus. I think they were knowing that it was going to be used in the CV market. Best marketing decision they ever made.
I saw one there was for parts. The AC rectification was blown out of it and no bottom, and I offered the guy $70. He was like, "No way, I can get 200 for this." I was like, "No way."
Not for a non-working one. Heck, the working ones are already pulling $300 or $400 at the most.
He sold it. I don't know what he got for it. It wasn't there when I went back, but I would have picked that up for parts. He's like, "Look, it still has the consumer wrapper on the front of it." I was like, "Dude, that's the first thing I'd rip off of there."
I got mine on. It was a nice little protection.
Yellow, brownish, crinkled up looking thing.
Well, if the owner was a smoker, then,
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what he said.
Welcome to Classic Radio Roundup.
Nobody welcome me.
All right, welcome.
Hey, Monkey Man, welcome to Classic Radio Roundup.
Thanks, guys.
I didn't know it was him. I thought it was Jake for a second.
Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, welcome, Monkey Man. Good to hear you on the band.
Okay, Jake from State Farm, what are you wearing?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous. Yeah, they ran that for a couple years, that one.
Good evening, guys up north.
Who we got out there?
Yeah, it's Renegade down in Westchester. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey. Del Cool Boys checking in.
What are you running, Renegade?
I'm running a Pace 8092 mobile.
Oh, I saw a Pace CB at the fest. You sound good, man. I'm on my Joxay Panay 6247.
10-5.
Hello, Renegade from the Spitfire on my Utica T&C II.
Pete, Spitfire, how you been?
Good man, you'll be happy to know the video gate is up and rolling again for your future enjoyment.
Oh, that's awesome. I just missed you last night. You just signed off as I was grabbing the mic.
Oh, I was on my Joxay Panay last night, but tonight I'm on the Utica. So hopefully it's doing a good job down that way.
Always, you're
now and proud.
Yeah, pass the word around to them boys down there that tonight's video gate will be uploaded when I get a chance. So look for it in a day or two.
There's some. Ah, that's great. I will. There's a couple of them down here now. Hey guys, the video gate. Spitfire's got the video gate. It's going to be up and running tonight.
Oh man!
Is that a 3-knot pace radio? No, this is an old movable. 8092. It has a clock built into it, but it's a movable. Cool. Always wanted a side talker. That's what it's sitting on.
This thing's strictly AM, 6 channels, crystal controlled, glowing glass tubes.
Oh.
Yeah, get the tubes out, man. Keep the room warm.
With a vertical S meter that starts at the top and goes down.
Yeah, tube's real.
Yeah, it's getting down, getting funky.
You gotta get up before you can get down.
That's right. You gotta get up to get down.
Alright, it's good to hear the Delco boys checking in on Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, you have 825 down here. You got Rick, the Van Man. Hammer's down here. Mike's down here. Bear. Well, I haven't heard Bear in a while.
Oh man!
Better get Mako.
What do you say, Bear? You got a copy of Mr. K? I think he stepped aside to get something to drink. Okay, let me know if Mr. K is doing my hour. Will do. When he gets back, I'll tell him to give you a shout.
Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm gonna go do. Get myself an adult beverage to cool down in this hot room.
Yeah, baby. Labatt's Blue Light. Canadian Pilsner.
I am partaking in the Founders All Day IPA, Burger.
All day long.
I can't talk skit. I'm gonna drink beer all night long.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Canada. America's hat.
Ass hat.
Ooh, better than Florida. America's wang.
That's just a cat box.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, they're in there. And we're down here in the sand pile. Oh, yeah, the cat box.
Yeah, keep turning over them little turds down there.
What's that down around Clearwater?
Clear water, muddy water, whatever it takes.
Yeah, right. Kind of cool how each state has their own little keyword, you know, like Keystone. Get it?
Keystone.
Home of the Tiki Beach.
Ain't that a Corus product?
What, Tiki Beach?
It's a trademark of 05 Coal Cracker Productions.
That's right. Cold Cracker Production. It's not now.
Charlie Sheen played my part.
Now starring Charlie Sheen and Stormy Daniels.
That's me.
Who's me?
I am, but not for another half hour.
Oh. Then what, the full moon comes out?
Yeah, hey, Spitfire's got the gate going up tonight.
That's right.
Oh yeah, and I can switch radios. Although this radio is doing very well.
Oh, that's right. You got that little JC Penny. Is that a 3-knobber?
No, this is fully loaded, man. AM sideband, clarifier, all kinds of cool stuff on this one.
Wow. We should be getting taken over by JC Penny radios. I have one. I'll have to bring it in then. We'll do JC Penny then.
Yeah, it runs on a Cobra 4-pin mic configuration, which has me tempted to look inside and probably discover this is like a 148 or 146 or something.
It possibly could be. It could be a unit then. I mean, look at the meter. Is the meter similar to your Cobra style?
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably a unit in board. It's probably a 148 or something. Or maybe the 142 guts, I don't know. Like the Radio Shack TRC 450 was.
Yeah, it's definitely made in Japan.
Oh, that's one of the good ones.
Alright, Scooter boy, good night to you. Now you just hear a lot more noise. Sounds like somebody bought a radio from the Amfest.
This is what I had, but I did pick up a radio at the Hamfest. Out of the $10 HT bin, I bought an ICOM T&C that works.
For $10?
No, I got them down to 7 with 2 batteries and a charger.
Wow. Was it 2 meters?
Dual bander.
A dual bander.
Yeah, now I can throw away all those illegal bayofangs.
Somebody sold an ICOM dual bander working for less than $10? Wow.
Yeah, with the ICOM antenna on there.
Wow.
I couldn't afford Pete's radios.
I didn't hear you, Mike. Besides that, was there any other good deals?
There was a guy with a Collins round emblem amplifier. Pete had some real nice collectibles. That Titan was really nice. His sonar was really nice. He had a good Regency there. Not a whole lot of other stuff that I saw. I'd have to really think about it.
We might just yank you out of the car and whip the hell out of you with a nightstick.
Is this the last Amfest of the season?
Last close one, I'm told.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's actually the first one I went to where it rained.
What happened to Mike?
That was part of the reason why I didn't show up, because the weather was really yucky when I got up. I'm like, I ain't going out.
Yeah, we don't have a police force up here. Just
You had to bundle up. Cold and damp and wet. I'm like, no.
I think that's the first one I was with, Sparky with you, wasn't it?
Up there in Sellersville? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nasty day.
Yeah, they're not all like that. I mean, you tough it out, and I got a couple other cool things. Some tools and stuff like that. Oh, a big shop vac, a brand new. The guy said, he never used it. Use it one time, I could tell. But a nice 6 horsepower Sears shop vac, man. Thing's turbo.
6 horsepower. I must draw some juice.
It totally sucks.
Well, that's what you wanted a vacuum.
Yeah, real nice one. I was like, wow. Ancillary products at the Hamfest.
What's going on, Mr. K?
Oh, Ranger, how'd your day go?
It was short.
Oh, I heard. How'd you make out? Oh, not as good as you thought, huh?
It's always a promising thing, but we're still in negotiation.
There you go.
Gotta play hardball with these people.
Yeah, right. So how'd that feel leaving work early, man? Were you lost?
Oh, I was all out of whack.
I bet you were. Don't you go getting used to that?
Oh man, you know what? It was pleasant.
Yeah, right.
There were some upset people.
Yeah, who ran the home?
Bob,
Oh, alright. I guess they put what's her name back on the loader?
yeah, I had to. I did what I did this morning. She doesn't like it, but she had to do it.
Yeah, she didn't look too pretty mowing that lawn on Tuesday.
Oh, damn it. She was promoted.
She trimmed the hatches?
Oh, man.
Trim the bush? What?
I don't know if I want to see that, y'all. I didn't say it that way.
She'll be alright, Mr. K. You have to suck it up and just do what she's told.
Ain't that the truth? She definitely ain't sucking up for that.
Oh man!
Yes.
Y'all up in there. They have a radio in that rig?
No, they don't have a base. They have walkie-talkies, but I got, one in her machine. I put a little CB in her machine, so.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I picked up a Wilson 500 antenna like new.
There's one of these Uticas going on the flea bay right now. Starting price $99.
Oh no.
Starting to drift a little.
Is it on the yellow table?
She's breaking up.
I need somebody to throw a carrier so I can zero beat.
I don't think it's an issue, but there it is. DNO.
DNO, there you go. And 1-5 on your AM dial. This is channel 13.
I think I'm pretty close again.
There you go.
You're back?
This has a 6CX8 for the final and a 6AQ5 audio modulator.
Oh, you're back. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm back knocking things around.
Super modulator makes me very angry.
Angry to blow up the earth.
It blocks my view of Venus.
Canine, fetch me my modulator.
That's why this thing's got audio. It's a 6AQ5.
Yeah, pretty common.
Yeah, and the Imperial got a pair of them and push-pull.
That's even more better.
Oh, you said that thing was low carrier, right? It was like 2 watts out of the box there?
This thing is keying 1.5, swinging 6.
Wow. It's like a Regency Imperial almost.
Which one?
The one you got on the van. Or did that come with a tuning tip instead of a nail?
That's an awfully big nail. Which one did he have on there?
That dual coil Cobra or whatever it is.
Sounds like a skip shooter.
My tube data book says it's a 5-watt plate dissipation final.
Yeah. It's good for about 10 watts of power, though. Maybe a little more if you drive a Class C with modulation.
The speech amp is sort of an uncommon tube, if you ask me. It's a 7687.
That's just an industrial number. If you cross that, it probably comes out to a 12AX or a 12AT or something.
I found that not all of those numbers are necessarily industrial numbers.
Because I had one of those in my Comstat, and for years I just kept replacing it with that particular number too. But then I crossed it. It turns out it's a 12AX7.
Well, let me take a look in the handy dandy cross-reference book.
He had the pigtail on there, didn't he? Mr. K?
Yeah, it looked like a fire stick to me, but it had dual coil wrap.
You're talking about the black one, right?
Yeah, Ted.
Well, that one come from mine. What's that antenna there, Ron? That one that 433 got with the coil?
Not me.
I thought he got one for you. I thought that's what he said.
Monkey mate? Yeah, that's what he told me. Big coil. Yeah, the black antenna. It's got that dual coil wrap on it. It's not tooled up. It's just one real old style. Alright. And that came factory like that? Yep. Wow. Super weight too. Yeah, I thought it was a fire stick when I saw it. But I guess the fire stick's not that thick. Are you talking about the fire stick or the one with the big coil on it? The one he has on his van right now, the black one with the nail and the tuning tip. I forget. I don't know if it's Tiger or I forget what that one's called.
That's probably a shooter.
It has a double wind on it. You ever see it?
Is it black?
Yeah, and has a somebody put a nail on the top of it, but it works.
Yeah, I got one of those. It's a skip shooter. They come in all kinds of different lengths. There's like 4-footer, 5-footer. I think they might have been a 6-footer.
My industrial to cross doesn't have 7687 listed, so I don't know.
Interesting.
My book may be... No, I can't see... No, my book wouldn't be too old. It's plenty new enough for this radio.
So you would think, anyway.
Oh God, I'm talking to my mom.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It feels good to run tubes again for the last several months. it's been too hot up here.
I run them no matter what the temperature if I feel like running it.
Yeah, I sometimes try to sneak the Comstat out because that one's not so bad. But this tram will never see the light of day when it's hot up here.
A lot of tubes in that. That's like running the Demco.
A lot of tubes, and there's a couple of big ones in there. There's two of those 6L6s. Oh wow, check it out, man. My RF driver tube in this radio is a realistic lifetime tube. I guess I can't take it back to Radio Shack now though, because they're not around anymore.
I tried taking back a 6LQ6 years ago with a lifetime tube. The dude looked at it, what's this? I said, it's lifetime guarantee, I want a new one.
He probably looked at you and said, would you like to buy a cell phone?
That was pretty much it. I went in with a question and all I got was a dumb look.
Or some batteries. You want to join our battery club?
Battery in the morning.
Yeah, they sure wanted to sell you a cell phone, and they always want your address and phone number. 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Sorry, gentlemen, that's my mama call.
I'm coming in to buy a $2 part. I'm not giving you my address.
Instantly anyway.
Yeah, that's why you guys get all them phone calls. Selling this and selling that.
I don't get any of them calls. I get right to No-Mo Robo. Rings once and it dumps right into the round file.
Oh, really? I wish I had that.
Yeah, No-Mo Robo. Like no more robocalls. No-Mo Robo. You sign up for that. It's free. If you have digital voice, Comcast digital voice, or Verizon, it has changed our lives, literally. And then they all get the memo. It's like, don't call that number. That guy blocks it automatically, dude. Rings one time. We don't even get up on the first ring anymore. We just wait to hear the second. If it doesn't ring the second time, bam, it's been blocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I get like 10, 12 calls a day.
Well, if you want it on your cell phone, they're gonna hit you for a little fee then, but on your house phone, it's free.
Oh, alright. Yeah, it's all about my business phone number. They always call it.
No-Mo Robo.
That's right, and if you want to get your I Survive, the Schuylkill Expressway t-shirts, stop in at the Service Plaza at, not Fern Rock there, it's just up the road.
Belmont.
Yes, exclusively at the Belmont Service Plaza. At Belmont, they have facilities for 18-wheelers, so truck them on in, and don't forget to ask for your I Survive the Schuylkill Expressway t-shirt. Comes in small, medium, large, and extra large, and in 16 colors. And remember, the Schuylkill Expressway is the worst highway in the country, and probably the world.
Yeah, I would think Fern Rock's like across the river, right?
Something like that. I don't know.
It's a stop on the Norristown high-speed line across the river there. Of which, I must say, I have this is like wishful thinking. I have not heard the speed system that they have on the trains.
What? Down there, you mean?
Well, no, here I used to hear it at my house all the time. I have not heard it lately. I got to meet Roach at the Hamfest, and he was in here tonight. He'd tell us it was probably still going on. Do you still hear it, Ron? Are you still in there? Does it seem like they kicked it back, or is it just conditions, you think?
Why did Ron turn into such a grasser?
He keeps lowering his antenna. Next thing you know, it's going to be in the ground.
Man, he went from high to medium to low.
But you still hear it, right, Ron? Just like before, it hasn't changed?
Yeah, I don't know if they cut back something or not.
I mean, I would have heard it tonight had I done it with the guys, but I did not hear it. So maybe it's conditions? I don't know. I used to hear it bad.
If you hit sideband, you can hear it waving.
I still don't understand how you can hear it where you're at, because you're nowhere near a train, and I'm not any closer to any trains or further away than you are, and I never hear it.
I don't get it like the Northtown guys or G. I get this really wavering sound, like it's like riding across the tracks. You ain't hearing the SEPTA train like me and everybody else over here do you?
I hear it just a tad bit in there now, just a tad bit heterodynamic Ron, but yeah, I can hear it pretty darn loud up here, like it'll interfere at times.
The train has to be coming closest to us, you know, that's when we really hear it. Yeah, right. That when they're coming into Market Street or down there on Marshall, yeah, that's when I hear it the worst.
Yeah, I had to turn up my gain. I could just hear it in there even now. All right, solid. Not as bad for me as it used to be. It could be just conditions, I guess. But yeah, I do hear from time to time pretty loud to like knock some people out.
Wow, I never hear it more than a mile away from any of the train traffic.
Yeah, it's kind of like a and it goes down. But I know because I've been right next to the trains. I know the sound. And I don't know, man. I just have a window down that way. Like I can pick up the guys in Philly really, really good.
Yeah, I get that fluctuation anywhere between 4 and 5 when the train rolls in.
Yeah, like if you go to the top of my road and look out over the hill, you can see Roxborough. You can see the towers.
And you got a pretty good shot then.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the steam coming out of Limerick.
Well, luckily that's behind me. We don't see that from here, but we're close.
I mean, you know, it's 10 miles away from me, but I can still see it.
Night Train looks at that. Where is Night Train? When is that train going to roll in? I haven't heard him in months.
The Limerick Towers are 2 miles away from me, and I can't see them.
I'm in that same boat. I got the ridge behind me.
I am horizon challenged here. Can't see the horizon in any direction.
Yeah, volcano crater time.
But I drive out on Swamp Pike and make the turn southeast there, and I can see the Roxborough Towers.
Oh, wow. That's a good shot, too, then.
Huh. Yeah, I bet at Ranger's place, if you went up in a bucket truck, you could see him.
Yeah, you don't need a bucket truck.
I think if you got up on top of one of these 100-foot trees in my back, you could probably see it all.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, when I look to my southeast down through the woods, and I'm in the woods in the wintertime, and there's no trees, like the sun, I can see like the sun rising like almost below the horizon. The trees kind of block it. And same thing with like thunderstorms when they head that way down towards the southeast. It's below the horizon line. I can see some lightning crashes. So we're on that western side of the Perkiomen Creek ravine canyon, so to speak.
Yeah, buddy.
Classic Radio Roundup 27115 on the AM radio dial.
That's right. Rocking in the crotch of liberty. You still here, Ranger?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just messing with this rotor. Damn.
Oh, is it working?
Yeah, I got it working.
Oh, man, you gonna stay up late tonight? You got a lot of sleep today.
Ha ha ha, I was wondering how long it was before you go test that thing out.
Oh, I cannot play with it.
The calibration procedure on that thing is wire it up, turn it all the way to one direction, let the rotor catch up, flip it around, turn it all the way back the other direction, let it catch up and stop, and then it's supposed to be calibrated.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, so I've been quiet.
That didn't take you long.
When you gonna start digging, Rick?
Oof, yeah, I don't want to do that by hand. Forget that idea.
Well, I don't want to dig it by hand either, brother.
I'm gonna have to get me a mini hoe or a termite or something.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll set your bolts and powder in your ground rod and pour the concrete for you.
You got the good big J bolts.
Putting a ground rod in your concrete pad is not a good idea.
No, sir, it's not. You gotta drill the hole first. I don't think concrete can take electrical shock like that.
Yeah, put it off to the side of the concrete pad.
Yeah, that's better. It's off the side of the concrete pad. I've seen concrete split in half when lightning goes through it.
I've seen 1.5-inch copper braid turn into a 1-inch solid copper bar after a lightning strike.
Oh, yeah.
I know you saw it.
Yeah, that was bizarre, man.
Well, that's what they use in the broadcast stations, flat bar. They don't even use the braid. They use 1/8 inch and 3/16 flat bar. They'll mold it to fit the equipment, a big piece of flat bar, like 2 inches wide.
Yeah, and the only thing that really took the hit with that strike was the antenna. And it still worked.
Barely. Yeah, that must have been a good ground rod.
The 6-meter machine, nothing happened to it.
4220 antenna lost two of its three collinear sections and became a straight half-wave.
Yeah, but that copper strap to the ground rod saved everything.
Yeah, a lot of current flow through that to make it melt like that and then solidify into a solid bar. Wow.
It's the only direct lightning strike that any of my equipment has ever taken in all the years I've been playing radio.
Yeah. Better off getting bit by a shark on land than that.
Oh, man!
Oh, no. That's a shame. 444 Dave. Hey, Rick, did I tell you I picked up a new
I can hear that rotor spinning.
You ought to be used to things spinning there, Mr. Rick.
Oh man, I'm not touching that.
Man, you bring it up and that's all I'm hearing.
Now we hear you real well again.
Man, a freaking train. I switched radios. I'm on the big antenna again.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Yeah, you sound good, Ron, but I'm not getting anything from the train right now.
It's just a heterodyne going continuous.
Sure you ain't picking stuff up from the prison?
No. It's the train.
What train you got over there, dude?
The one that's riding on the rails. Not in this area. It's... I don't know what the hell that rides off at.
The one that's on the rails.
Problem is I'm close to tracks over here, and I'm wondering if I'm hearing it from that.
We'll be talking about that old Black Rock line, are you?
Well, you got that, plus then you got the train. If they're somewhat connected, I'm wondering if I'm hearing it from that. The one that goes through Phoenixville.
Yeah, that would be the Black Rock line, right? The one that goes through the tunnel?
I guess.
Yeah, it goes through, what is that, Montclair? Across the river?
Yeah, and then it rides over this section right here by the river.
Yeah, but they're all freight trains. They don't have all that stuff equipped with it yet.
Yeah, but if they're connected in any of that lineup that's out there anywhere, you know, because it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if a signal would conduct through the train tracks.
Well, do you get that every day, or is it just once a month?
Every day.
Alright, I was going to say maybe it was the Smith Klein line that runs over there by, what is that, Bluebell that runs down that way.
Well, there's some electricity running through these tracks, so, and if there's bad weather or whatever, it gets worse.
Ain't they supposed to be having ground lines off of tracks every now and then?
I don't know.
Sparky, you're an electrician, right?
Yes, sir.
Isn't the rail line supposed to have ground straps, like, every so many yards or something?
Well, I know they'll run ground straps between some of the rails if they're split, you know, not welded rails. A lot of the new high-speed line rails are welded, like a continuous weld. So I would say, you know, at least at every switching station, they have a ground rod in there for the electrical stuff. Anytime there's a switch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Wouldn't that kill the electric static that's running through?
Yeah, but the thing we're talking about is something that uses frequencies right around here, this particular channel, and it's something where there's transponders in the track, and as the radio progresses down the track, it throws out a carrier that's supposed to turn on these transponders that communicates back with the train to tell it how fast it's going and how fast it should be going, and it corrects the speed of the train. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
And we looked it up, a bunch of us researched it. It was developed in Europe in like Finland or Norway or somewhere stupid, and they don't have, citizens band radio on these frequencies, so they picked this freaking frequency right here. Freaking frequencies.
Yeah, that's right. They run a higher megahertz for radios, right?
Euro trash.
I can't talk DX.
Ride the train all night long.
Train kept the
train interference and all. You know, all the various groups and all. Nobody seems to be talking about it.
PTC, positive train control.
Yeah.
Get down. That's right. You guys know train tracks up there?
I got a train track, an active line a mile away from me, but it's only freight. And that stuff's only required for passenger.
Yeah, I got you. I guess that would make a difference.
Yeah. If they ever put it on the freight line, I'll probably hear it. Like I say, it's a mile and a half away. It doesn't carry that far, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just like any other Wawa you pull into, it kills everything. There's some of the problem, too. Dude, that's a big problem. I gotta turn my radio off just to pull in there. Yeah, well, George didn't have, and you didn't have much of this problem until that Wawa went down there on Main Street. Yeah, right across the street from me. I know. And one down the street from me. And everybody on this freaking radio. Oh, that's right. That one that went in down there, 422 bypass, right? Uh-huh. I don't know what they're using. Well, you know, there's only, all their transforming is all the same. All their buildings, there's like 1 or 2 or 3 different buildings. But all their stuff is all duplicate. Exactly. Except for that one over there, Henderson Road, and over there at KOP. That was the worst one I've ever been at. They're not grounding something right, because you get near it, man, it's crazy. Well, every light that's in one of the Wawas now that they build are all LEDs. Yep. Alright, gentlemen, Mr. K's gonna go out for the night. I'll try and hit you guys up next Wednesday.
See you later, Mr. K.
Catch you in the morning, kid. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, Ranger.
Have a good night there, Mr. K, from your countywide radio.
Yeah, you too, countywide. I'll hear you around.
Ooh, I like playing with this thing.
Go again?
I like playing with this rotor.
Why? 'Cause it reminds you of work?
Yeah, I get to spin around.
And not get dizzy, imagine that, Ranger.
Yeah, I don't have to watch it too long.
Alright, Rick, I'll hit you in the morning.
Alright, have a good night, kid. Yeah, come on. Sounds good my way. Almost 8 pounds, 10-4. Yeah, nice and clean. Sounds good. Yeah, Tim.
And then he got quiet.
Reminds you of work. That made me laugh.
Mind you, work.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't suppose you notice if my fan whine got any quieter, maybe?
No. Kind of shame, I guess.
Darn it, I'm trying.
Switch mics.
It's a phono jack plug. I only have one mic with a phono jack plug on it. I took a furnace filter, spare furnace filter I had laying around. I stuck it in front of the amp. Seemed to make it quieter to me, but not a lot. Oh well.
Nah, you need a piece of cardboard or something.
Oh, well then I might as well just turn the fans off at that point.
No, I got mine behind some cardboard and then like some kind of a yard sign or something. Yeah.
Well, I got that going on. It's on the complete other side of the desk. And underneath the desk I put cardboard down there, so that stopped it from that direction, but it's still, the sound still gets over this way. And the fans are pointed away from me.
You know what the best stuff is the stuff that they make ductwork out of in your household HVAC system. It's kind of like foil on one side and fiberglass on the other.
I might even slow them fans down some more. You know what I ought to try is make each fan a different speed. Because it might be the fact that they're all running the same speed is making all that noise.
Keep it all down. Just slow it all down a little bit.
Yeah, put them on, you put them on a variable supply, or what I did, I swapped all them fans out for a lower running fan that the computer store sells, known to be like super quiet. The nerds don't like to hear the fans on their tower PCs. Who knew?
Yeah, well, these fans automatically come on when you turn the amp on. I don't have them on a separate power supply. They're on, you know, connected there. But I could probably do something like that. I have slowed them down a lot. There's a big pile of resistors in there.
Yeah, helps.
It was really bad before. I'm like, this thing doesn't need that much cooling, for crying out loud. I slowed them down a lot. Maybe I could slow them down some more, because even after all this talking, I put my hand on there. Ain't nothing but cool air coming out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, all you need is a slight movement of the air. You know, you don't need a hurricane force.
Yeah, exchange of air. Yep.
It's a competition box. But yeah, they're running way too fast. They don't need all that. But I did, when I was trying to sell the thing, I cleaned it out inside real nice. So it's all nice and shiny, clean, copper in there and all. No dust or anything. And I thought, well, let's try this furnace filter on the front here. If nothing else, it'll keep it clean inside.
You didn't tell me you were trying to sell that box.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that on the face plant? Oh yeah, I posted it up there on Marketplace a few times.
Nah, don't go on the Facebook. Too much information the wrong way.
I ain't trying to sell it now.
What were you asking?
One large. At one point I had it down to $800, and then I saw what they get for genuine 2879s, and I was like, nah, I ain't selling it for $800. I took it off the market.
Well, that's the thing. It's worth what you're asking for, but nobody's got that kind of cash lying around.
Yeah, now genuine 2879s are going around $50 a piece.
Yeah, like 6 LQ6s.
Oh, they're going for more than that. 70 a piece.
Yeah, so, yeah, and there's 8 of them in there.
It is amazing what they will do. I mean, when pushed, but you keep in the factor, duty cycle, SWR, that kind of thing, and they can perform quite well with low IMD within their range. Pretty neat, man. I mean, heck, turn the switch on, you know?
Man, I don't push this thing anywhere near what it's capable of doing. And I got plenty going on. It does just what I needed to do. I don't need to get nowhere near stressing it out. I mean, right now, I'm keying 100. I'm not even talking hard, and it's running. It is peaking at 600 watts while I'm talking. Things really started to work a lot better when I put the baby driver on a separate power supply, and the 8 pills running solely on the big supply.
Yeah, you can jam one of those low pass filters in front of it too, not just on the back side, and they'll do better. It's a secret.
That's actually a pretty good idea, because I got a 200 watt low pass filter and a 1500 watt low pass filter. I could put one on each side of it. That's an idea.
Yeah, why produce those harmonics if it doesn't have to?
Good engineering practice.
Aye, Captain.
I got a project for tomorrow afternoon. That won't take all that long. That's easy.
What are you doing?
Put my 200 watt low pass filter on the input and my 1500 watt low pass filter on the output.
There you go. That'll clean everything up. Well, it's all harmonics. There may not be that many.
Fire 'em up the spectrum analyzer, you'll see a few on there.
Well, I have in the past, and where I'm running it at, the range I typically run it at, it's clean.
This little baby I have here doesn't generate any more harmonics. Whatever goes in is amplified. You know, whatever comes out is amplified from what goes in.
You know, I got the 2 pill running on its own 20 amp supply, and the 8 pills on its own 140 amp supply.
Always how it should be.
That's that good Motorola base station power supply. Motorola.
Built for day in and day out usage.
That thing's got a big ass heat sink on it too, for a 20 amp supply. I'm guessing it's 20 amps anyway. I'm not really sure. It doesn't say anywhere.
Well, they always overbuild, you know, because they're built for commercial duty.
Duty.
He said duty.
Yeah. That depends.
And Kay said Dago earlier.
Yeah, he did.
That's Dick. Oh man, we're on the gate, I gotta watch, no cursing.
Yeah, this is a family channel now.
Can we at least be politically correct?
No.
Your First Amendment right is protected here on Channel 13, as long as it's clean. Damn, I love the squelch action on this Utica. My JC Penney, does your I don't know if yours does this there, Sparky, but that JC Penney I recently got, the squelch on that, when it reaches the threshold, you know, not quite fully open in the squelch, it makes this weird rushing noise and everybody sounds kind of strange. It almost actually amplifies their audio, but it's not exactly clear, and it's like, you know, and it's not a fully open squelch. It's weird. It's noisy. I don't like it. It's not clean.
No, this one's kind of like snappy.
Can't stand a poppy squelch.
No.
I don't use the squelch, man. I got RF gain on this one. That's what I use. Same effect.
Well, it really depends. Like, you know, like, I don't want to feel like hearing all that distant background noise and whatnot. I'm just sitting here, you know, on a ham bands or hanging around the shack. I'll keep the squelch up in case anybody, you know, my locals or my neighbors come in, I can hear them. Otherwise, I don't want to listen to the static. But then if I'm in here chatting and, you know, and I'm strictly on the CB, I'll open the squelch up so I can hear them distant stations.
squelch. I don't know why, just something I grew up that way, I guess.
Well, on this Utica, you can run the squelch because you just put it at that threshold as soon as it quiets, and it's good. When somebody's in there, no matter how weak they are, the squelch opens up.
Countless nights I fell asleep with that heterodyne in my head, but I don't know. It's kind of like waves crashing on the beach.
23-channel mobile radio had a Class A single transistor output, and it used to get hotter than hell. But if you turn the squelch off, it would, I guess, cut off the bias or whatever, and the transistor would cool down. So I learned at an early age to use the squelch all the time just to keep my transistor nice and cool.
Tube radios just have cleaner squelches. Some solid states do, but pretty much 99% of all the tube radios I've had, they all got good squelch action. And maybe 1% of the solid state ones.
Yeah, I got a couple solid state radios that have fairly smooth squelches. A Midland 13898's not a bad one. I'm trying to think, there's a couple others that have, good squelch action. Yeah, it was probably one of my worst radios, but I think the Trinidad might be a poppy squelch. That might be one of the worst.
Yeah, the one JCPenney I got has a reasonably decent squelch, but the other one, it just reaches this, area that's not quite open, not quite closed squelch in it. Like, you can hear the people talking, and they're actually louder than if they were with the squelch open, but it's not clear, and it makes this rushing sound, like the, a microphone in the car with the window open kind of thing.
I know what you're talking about. I've got a radio like that too. You're right at that threshold there, and it makes this like this noise, and everybody, all distorted but louder.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like a wide band area where it doesn't quite clear. If the squelch ain't open, it ain't closed. It's too wide of a threshold or whatever.
You're drifting again.
The Browning has a good squelch. Just they come in like a wave, just a little rush of a wave, and if they're stronger, they come in clear, and it just fades out perfectly. I know there are some good squelches out there. Just all radios are created not equal.
The Regency Imperial's got a really good one you can fade in and out. The Demco's got a really good one. The Tram, it sort of has an oscillation to it, so you got to kind of tighten it up or loosen it up. But the action itself is pretty good once you find the right setting as far as clearing. And my Trinidad pops. Shakespeare 740, that's got good squelch action.
Yeah, the Trinidad's got a poppy squelch. That's its weak spot.
And then the 142 Cobra, that one is like, no matter what threshold you set it at, you just quiet the receiver, but it still takes, it opens up cleanly, but it seems to take extra signal to make it open. Am I back near the frequency, I believe?
Yeah, you're good now.
That's not too bad. A couple of touch-ups here and there along the way, considering I'm on an oscillator.
Yeah, it's like when I raced around the HA410. I would drift all over the place.
I really wanted to like that radio when I had it, but it would just got to be too annoying because it was very, very touchy to get on frequency, and it drifted all over the place. For an AM radio, it shouldn't have drifted like that.
No, I had one years ago, and it wasn't nearly that bad. The transmitter, once it warmed up, it was rock solid, and the receiver would drift a little bit, but not too bad. This one was just modified by somebody that didn't know what the hell they were doing and put all kinds of weird up and put good stuff in there. I just never got around to it.
Hey, we're lucky we get on the radio, especially every Wednesday night from 8 to 10 here on Classic Radio Roundup. I'm going to go that way. It was good to hear everybody tonight. Great local night, no noise. Excellente.
Hey, brother, how many check-ins did you get?
I'm going to say at least a dozen, at least. Probably more like 15 or so.
All right, brother, double D. We'll talk to you later.
See you there, Sparky. Have a good one.
Yep, see you later there, Sparky. Good to see you at the Ham Fest on Sunday. And I think I'm going to follow in your footsteps because I got to get up early with things to do tomorrow. So there it is. I'm going to exit stage left and shut down this glowing glass Utica Town & Country 2.
Thanks for the gate, Popeye.
Ain't not once. That's a good thing.
Good night, Sparky. Thanks again. Spitfire, thanks again. You have a good evening.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. I got to go downstairs and make my lunch for tomorrow, so. It was another quality classic radio roundup in the can. We'll catch everyone later. 27.115 on your AM radio dial.
Complete with Video Gate. And this now ends our video gated session of this week's Classic Radio Roundup, with more to come in the future. Countywide radio going that way.